morning, class. Today we are doing the GoMath Lesson 6.8. If you haven't got them already, get pages 345 and 347 from your math book. Today in Lesson 6.8, the title of this lesson is Write Related Facts. Essential question is, how can you write a set of related multiplication and division facts? We've been spending this whole chapter talking about how multiplication and division are related. We've talked about fact families. We've talked about inverse operations. So today we're going to talk about the term related facts. Related facts are a set of related multiplication and division equations. Okay, so here's what I want you to think about. Think about your family. Are you related to the people in your family? Yes. Those are your relatives. You are related to people in your family. So related facts, they're related. They're in the same fact family. We've done fact families. You know fact families. So I'm telling you, when you see related facts, I want you to think of fact families. Related facts. They're facts that are related. That means they're family. Okay? It's going to make it so much easier. All right, here we go. Use 8 tiles to make an array with 2 equal rows. Draw the rest of the tiles. So, all right, I've got 2 equal rows. We always label our arrays, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. My squares aren't great, but they're there. And I finished labeling. So I've got 2 rows of 4. How many tiles are in each row? Well, 4 tiles. Write a division equation for the array using the total number of tiles as the dividend and the number of rows as the divisor. Okay, remember your dividend is your big number that you start with. Okay, we started with 8 tiles right here. 8 tiles. So total amount was 8 tiles. We divided it into how many equal rows? 2. That's our dividend. That's that's our divisor. That's what we were dividing it by. So 8 divided by 2 equals, how many did we find in each row? 4. Now they want you to write a multiplication equation for the array. You're probably thinking, ooh, this is just like inverse operations that we did yesterday, and you are correct. So 2 rows of 4, it's 2 times 4, and it totals 8. Okay. Now, use 8 tiles to make an array with 4 equal rows. Okay, challenge accepted. 2, 3, 4. Boom. Draw the rest of the tiles. Okay, so that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, and I'm going to label it. I've got 2 in each row. Okay. So how many tiles are in each row? 2 tiles. So we're going to write a division equation for the array using the total number of tiles as the dividend. That's our big number, which is 8. And the number of rows as the divisor, 4. So 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. 8 divided by 4 equals 2, and 4 times 2 are 8. These are related facts. For our array over here, if we put this as a multiplication equation, it would be 4 rows of 2 equals 8. Okay, so related facts. I've already told you, if they are related, they're in the same family. So this is a fact family for the facts 2, 4, 8. So these numbers are the members of this family. So we can arrange them into division equations and multiplication equations just using these numbers because they're related to one another. They're in the same fact family. All right, let's flip it over and try another. Draw an array with 4 rows of 4 tiles. Okay, so 4. And they said 4 in each row, right? 4 rows of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. You should be drawing these with me. If you're not, pause the video and catch up. So I have 4 rows of 4. All right, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So total 16. So 4 rows of 4, or 4 times 4 equals 16. The inverse operation would be 16 divided by 4, which we know equals 4. Since both factors are the same, there are only 2 equations in this set of related facts. Or, like I like to say, in this fact family. So this fact family has members 4, 4, and 16. And since 2 of the family members are the same, we'll call them twins. We can only create 2 problems, because even if you rewrote these and switched the spots, it's going to be the same. Okay? So what if I think of another set of related facts, or a fact family that only has 2 equations? Well, I'm going to think of more twins or doubles, right? So what about the fact family that has 2, 2, and 4? So I would have 2 times 2 equals 4, and I would have 4 divided by 2 equals 2, and those are the only ones. So think of that as a fact family with twins. Okay, I'm going to switch colors because I didn't realize that our arrays were going to be green. Okay, here we go. Complete the related facts for this array. We are going to write some fact families, my friends. So, first thing you should do is label your array. I have 2 rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2 rows of 8. Make sure you label your array. So with that, I am able to write 2 rows of 8. 2 times 8 equals 16. But what would be the other multiplication sentence I could write, or the inverse operation? Would be 8 times 2 equals 16. Sorry, this is the inverse operation. So then I can also say 16 divided by 2 equals 8. And then if I was to rewrite that, 16 divided by 8 equals 2. You're probably saying, oh, that's the commutative property. It is the commutative property. The order of the family members doesn't matter. If it's 2 or 8 that comes first, it's still going to be the same. Here, if it's 8 or 2, it's going to be 16. Doesn't matter. Now, the only thing that does matter is in your division sentence, it should always be the largest number is first. That's your dividend, your largest number. Okay? And then on your multiplication sentence, your largest number, your product, is at the end. So we're going to look at these arrays, and we're going to write the related facts for the array. So in simple terms, we're going to write out the problems in the fact family. Now you're going to notice there's 1, 2, 3, 4 lines. So you should be able to come up with 2 multiplication and 2 division problems, unless there are twins in the family. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Label your array. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, twins already. So look, our multiplication sentence for this array would be 5 rows of 5. And what is 5 times 5, class? 25. So there are your family members, 5, 5, and 25. So I don't need to write a second multiplication problem because it's going to be the same. So what would be my equation for my inverse operation? 25 divided by 5 equals 5. Again, I don't need to write these down here because this is a twins family. Okay, let's do number 3. 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No twins, so we're going to have 4 problems. Here we go. 3 rows of 7 equals, what is 3 times 7? 21. Good. Okay, what's our other multiplication sentence we can write? 7 times 3 equals 21. Now let's do our inverse operation. 21 divided by 3 equals 7. And we can write it one more way. 21 divided by 7 equals 3. That is all the equations you can create with the fact family of 3, 7, and 21. Number 4, let's label it. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, boom. All right, go ahead. Write out your 4 equations. Your first equation should go along with your array. 4 rows of 6 equals 24. So, as you're working, those fact family members should be 4, 6, 24. No one else is in this family. Okay. Your second multiplication sentence should have flipped your factors. Boom. If you didn't get these correct, please correct them on your paper. Then you're going to write the inverse operation. So you're going to go backwards. 24 divided by 6 equals 4. And then flip your smaller numbers. 24 divided by 4 equals 6. There you go. Now, number 5 says, why do the related facts for the array in exercise 2 only have 2 equations? Well, because they're twins, remember? So if I was to write this again and change the order of these 2 factors, it's still going to say the same thing. If I was to write this again and change the order of these 2 numbers, it's going to say the same thing. So there is no point. All right, let's roll. So, number 6 through number 14 are all fact families. So what I want you to do is to pause the video. Go ahead and complete 6 through 14 on your own. Do this. Please pause the video and do this. Do not come back to the video until you have all of these finished to 14. All right, go ahead. All right, if you're back, that means that you have finished numbers 6 through 14. So now you're going to watch me do these fact families and correct your paper as needed. It says, write the related facts for the array. If these facts are related, they're in the same family. So fact families. If you did not label your arrays, do so now. So I've got 3 rows of 6 equals 18. Then you should have flipped the order of the factors. 6 times 3 equals 18. Boom. Commutative property right there. Now let's do the inverse operation. 18 divided by 6 equals 3. Flip the small numbers. 18 divided by 3 equals 6. 3 pats on your back if you got them all right. If you didn't, just pause it and make corrections. Number 7, you should have labeled a 2 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you should have said, well, this is 2 rows of 7, which equals 14. Then I'm going to use my commutative property and say, and also 7 times 2 equals 14. Then I'm going to go in with my inverse operation and say, but 14 divided by 7 equals 2. And then I'm going to say, but I can also say that 14 divided by 2 equals 7. Once you have this first problem done, this should be a cakewalk, because this first problem is going to tell you the family members in this fact family. Okay. Number 8. I've got 3 rows of 4. Let's roll. 3 rows of 4 equals 12. Boom. Commutative property. 4 rows of 3 also equals 12. Inverse operation. 12 divided by 4 equals 3. And I also know that 12 divided, I don't know what that is. Let's try that again. Divided by 3 equals 4. Okay, now we're going to do it without an array, which you don't need an array. We're going to take these family members, because they're related facts, so they're fact family members, and we're going to write the sets of equations. Here we go. This family has family members 2, 5, and 10. So let's start it off. 2 times 5 equals 10. Boom. Commutative property. 5 times 2 equals 10. Boom. Inverse operation. 10 divided by 5 equals 2. Boom. Other inverse operation. 10 divided by 2 equals 5. That's it. You don't have to think of any other numbers. You don't have to come up with any other factors or dividends or divisors, any of that. It's all right there. These family members, 3, 8, and 24, they're the only ones in this fact family. So let's do it. 3 times 8 equals 24. Boom. Commutative property. 8 times 3 equals 24. Boom. Inverse operation. 24 divided by 8 equals 3. Other inverse operation. 24 divided by 3 equals 8. Boom. One more. Here's our family members. 6, 6, 36. Twins. Do you know what that means? Twins is 2. We're only going to have 2 number sentences. Here we go. 6 times 6 equals 36. No need to write the commutative property of that because it'd be the same. Inverse operation. 36 divided by 6 equals 6. Because there's twins in this family, there's only 2 number sentences. All right, hang with me. We're almost done. You should be just checking work. 4 times 7 equals, well, we know this, 28. So 7 times 4 equals 28. 28 divided by 7 equals 4. And 28 divided by 4 equals 7. How did you know all that, Mrs. Rinker? You did too fast. Hello. Once I solved this first problem, I knew my family members were 4, 7, and 28, and nobody else is allowed in the family. So that means your choices are 4, 7, and 28, my friends. Let's try another one. 5 times what equals 30? 5 times 6 equals 30. So who are our family members? 5, 6, and 30, and no one else is allowed in that family. So that means 6 times 5 equals 30. 30 divided by 6 equals 5. And 30 divided by 5 equals 6. Let's check another fact family out. What times 9 equals 27? Well, we know that. It's 3. So that tells me this fact family has the members 3, 9, 27. That's it. So what times 3 is 27? 9. What divided by 9 equals 3? 27. And 27 divided by 3 equals 9. Okay. All right. Head on over to Think Central. I hope you really rock out these related facts or fact families on your assignment and have fun learning.